All right, I'm calling this Sci-Fi Saturdays. I'm Arthur, Mr. Ruben M. Woods, and I'd like y'all to check this out. So today I'm going to read Three Beauties and the Gargoyle, my sci-fi fantasy adventure short story. I guess I have to read it this way. This was my fourth book. I released it in August 2019. It's available on Kindle and Amazon. Three Beauties and the Gargoyle. Three Beauties and the Gargoyle. I recommend everyone do the voices when you do this. When you read the book, do the voices, even if you just read it for yourself. Forward. A short story is a different thing altogether. A short story is like a quick kiss in the dark from a stranger. Stephen King. I use that quote from Stephen King because I plan on the book to be a little more in the next few books. Preface. This short story is a sci-fi fantasy adventure full of enchantment, fun, and adventure. I used that word twice. Dedication. To all the people that make me laugh. You know who you are. LOL. Thank you for the laughs. Okay, in the introduction. Raven, Marie, and Love have a pet gargoyle. They named him Mr. G. People do not know gargoyles are meant to protect their master from evil. In this case, masters. The three beauties were almost killed in a cruise liner accident. Raven swam with her sisters on her back until she cramped up in her leg muscles. Mr. G heard Love cry out, "Help!" He flew over the trio and spotted Marie's beautiful brown eyes reflecting from the sun. He swooped down to save them. The waters were filled with passengers' bodies floating. The sharks hurried to feast. Mr. G fought a great white shark charging the trio. Mr. G had large black wings, muscular triceps and biceps, and also he could camouflage day or night with another ability to become a statue. The great white shark was a worthy opponent. Mr. G defeated the great white shark, threw the shark to land, saving Raven, Marie, and Love. Mr. G didn't speak. He understood very well, though. Love was fascinated by Mr. G's tail. Marie wanted Mr. G to carry her on his back. Raven was the curious one. She wanted to know what Mr. G was exactly, and since gargoyles don't speak, Raven drew on the tree to communicate with Mr. G. Raven started simply drawing an eye, then a nose, an ear, mouth, and it turned out Raven was an amazing teacher. All three beauties had skills. Raven, a member of Girl Scouts of America, her sewing skills came in handy building their shelter. Marie, a member of Scouts All Inclusive, has fire making skills and wood carving skills as well. Love, a member of Junior Scouts and Vacation Bible School, can help cook, clean, and gather firewood. The island seemed impenetrable, thick forests and rigid mountains. The water is shark infested, but has beautiful blue water with different colored sandy beaches. The different colored sand makes the island enchanted. Blue, green sandy beaches as well as black sand beaches on the inside of the island where other island inhabitants dwell. Mr. G flies over the island. His home is in the mountains. Mr. G is thought to be the last of its kind. The island is called Island of the Last. The island only has a limited amount of inhabitants, said to be the last of their kind anywhere on the planet. This is the reason the island is titled Island of the Last. The island has a cave system deep inside the mountains. There are noises during the night, sounds the three beauties have never heard before in their short lifetime. Mr. G has made Island of the Last his home. The island is mysterious. The island is mysterious. The islands resides in the fourth dimension, located where international waters intersect. No time zone, and on the map, the clouds hide the secrets of the island. The three beauties will have many advantages exploring and discovering their new home. The island inhabitants have company. Will they be friend or foe? Only questions fill the minds of the three beauties. Chapter 1. Where are we going to sleep? Raven draws instructions on the tree for Mr. G to gather bamboo and leaves to build a shelter. Marie and Love gather firewood. Marie has her fire starting badge. The three beauties work together building their shelter. The beauty's shelter looked nice and comfortable. Mr. G helped with the large logs and branches. This delighted the three beauties. Mr. G provided enough wood, logs, and branches that the huts resemble cabins. Raven, Marie, and Love make the shelter into a home. Each beauty has their own room and wooden bed. The mattress is made of leaves sewn together by Raven, stuffed with wild turkey feathers. Native to the island of the last, the wild turkey population thrived on the island because no one hunts or celebrated Thanksgiving on Island of the Last. Raven had an idea one day to put string around the living area like a barrier to keep the wild turkeys in their area and out of the way. Once a wild turkey found an opening and ransacked the room Love slept in. She left some grilled beetles and crickets unattended, and the turkeys just could not resist it. Drove them nuts. Until a few found a weak point in the string barrier. The three beauties were very resourceful, making spices from the island, many diverse herbs and plants. Love was the only beauty that did not prefer wild turkey. She wanted to keep them as a pet. Love asked her sisters, "What on the island can I eat besides wild turkeys?" Marie told her, "Bugs." Love's facial expression is a strange frown. Raven tells her little sister, "If I season them, you could eat them with the fish as a side dish." The three beauties decided to ask Mr. G to catch fish for them all to eat. Raven first had to communicate this request through drawings in the sand. Mr. G will become very anxious and excited whenever Raven taught him new words and objects. Raven drew squiggly lines to represent the ocean. Then she drew a fish and fins, scales, and tail. Mr. G understood right away. Mr. G flew off and came back a short time later with a small amount of small fish with more bone than meat. Raven sighed. She goes over to a tree. This time Raven draws an outline of a big-sized fish, not a shark or a whale size, but large enough that Mr. G and Marie, Love, and Raven could enjoy fresh-caught fish. Mr. G stares at the drawing, looks around at the three beauties, and flaps his big black wings, and whoosh, he is up and away. Mr. G returns. The sun is being swallowed by the sea. It took all day when he finally brings the fresh fish. He has caught a large-mouthed blue barracuda. Raven looks at Marie and Love. They start laughing. Marie says, "We need a refrigerator for leftovers." Everyone laughs. Mr. G laugh is a growl chuckle. The beauties cleaned and grilled the barracuda. Raven was real careful removing the teeth from their meal before placing it on the fire. Chapter 2. Exploring Island of the Last. The island is full of life. A woodpecker lives near the campsite, and from the sound of it, a very talkative parakeet. The parakeet speaks of a pond on the island that holds all secrets. A black bear named Bullet is said to guard the oracle of the island, Elnora. Elnora is said to know nature's secret energy pattern. A lioness that has only kittens roams the forest. There is a forest girl and her pet seaweed, Nina, is the spirit of Island of the Last manifested into a child. Seaweed is a little boy made entirely of seaweed from his head to his toes. The island has no pollution. The island of Alas is a rainforest with its own ecosystem. Excuse me. The mountains are climbable and they stretch into the clouds. The mountains were formed many years ago when the island volcano erupted for 2 years straight. The volcano is believed to be dormant now, but no one really knows. The volcano could possibly erupt at any moment. The animals warn one another of the slightest indication for an eruption. It is said that the cave dwellers are made from ash and keeps the island from future eruptions. The myth about the ash creatures is they eat the flames before the molten rock can accumulate and swell to an eruption. The ash creatures keep the island from destroying itself. Vibrations from beneath the sea are sensed by the ash creatures. No one has ever visited the island of Alas. The Three Beauties will be the first to explore island of Alas, mysterious ponds, forests, caves, and mountains. Nina and Seaweed are already aware of the Three Beauties' arrival. Elnora has sensed the Three Beauties' auras and electric frequency. Lily the lioness has warned her kittens to stay far away from the new castaways. Only when the sea swallows the sun can the caves be accessed, a warning heard by the parakeet often. No sunlight, enter caves at night. No sunlight, enter caves at night. The Three Beauties are not anxious to explore the island. Raven, Marie, and Love have hoped they will be rescued soon. The island's new visitors do not plan on staying long. Marie is the adventurous one out of the three. Exploring is at the top of her to-do list. Marie just has to convince Raven and Love how much exploring is necessary for surviving on the island. Raven has her heart set on staying by the beach and camp to flag or signal for help when and if a ship passes. Raven scans the skies for planes while waiting to be rescued. Love just wants to go home. The Three Beauties have a new friend, Mr. G. The island has guests and the natives are not sure what to think about their new travelers. The island of Alas has remained undiscovered for thousands of years. No planes have seen it on a map. Google cannot find the island of the last with its satellites. The island of Alas is truly enchanted. The pond is said to have life that knows all. The spirit of the pond is named Chikamanua. The spirit of the pond has no gender. It is said to be gender fluid. It is neither male nor female. The pond has the memory of a goldfish. It only remembers for 3 seconds and then forgets. Chapter 3, Making New Friends. Nina and Seaweed decide to meet the island's new visitors. Nina is not sure how the introduction should be carried out. Seaweed suggests jumping out surprising the Three Beauties. Nina doesn't agree with this method. The visitors may respond unapproachable. Nina decides that she and Seaweed should ask Elnora how to make friends with the new visitors on the island. First, Nina and Seaweed have to stop and get permission from Bullet, the black bear. He protects Elnora. Nina and Seaweed set off to travel to Bullet's part of the island. Once the two arrive, Nina greets Bullet, the black bear, with "Bonjour, Monsieur Bullet," the black bear. "Bonjour, Mademoiselle Nina, spirit of the island of Alas." Bullet, the black bear, replies. Bullet, the black bear, speaks French. It is said he is the last of the French-speaking black bears on the island of Alas. Nina and Seaweed explain why they have traveled to get permission to speak with Elnora. Bullet, the black bear, understands their dilemma and grants the two safe passage into Elnora's domain. When Nina and Seaweed see Elnora, she is floating above the ground, calmly drinking from a cup made from a coconut. Elnora asks Nina and Seaweed, What do I owe for this unexpected visit?" Nina and Seaweed start speaking simultaneously. "We want to meet the new visitors on the island, but we have no way or idea how to make friends. Do you know how to make new friends?" Elnora gives a few suggestions first. Smile. When approaching, a friendly smile, not a frightening grin. Second, Ask them about themselves. How did you get there? How did you get here on our island? Remember to be friendly. Tell them your names and that you mean them no harm. Nina and Seaweed thanked Elnora, and before they could leave, Elnora added the visitors may be afraid of new people and their surroundings. Let the island's new inhabitants see you first. Do not just show up in their location. Nina and Seaweed bid an au revoir, monsieur, to Bullet the Black Bear, protector of Elnora, Island of the Last Oracle. Au revoir, mademoiselle. Au revoir, mademoiselle. Nina. Au revoir, monsieur. Seaweed. Elnora is also the last of her kind. It is said she is the last remaining oracle on the planet. Nina and Seaweed decide to stand on the beach so that the three beauties will be aware of their presence. Then they're going to attempt to make friends. Seaweed thinks the new visitors will be afraid of him. Nina eases Seaweed's nerves by saying, "No one is afraid of you, Seaweed. You are too cute, green, and leafy." The three beauties and Mr. G see Nina and Seaweed on the beach.